Hi, this is Vishan Borich from Team Tough, and we're back with part 4 of the series on body language. And today we're going to specifically be talking about a part of the body that gives away the body language. Even if you become a master at body language, this part of the body always gives away the true emotions because it moves at the quicker than the speed of thought. And that part of the body is the feet. The feet react just like that part of our brain that says fight, flight, or freeze. The same thing happens with our feet. So think about it. If your feet are kicking out, that typically means you're defensive. You're defending your position on whatever it is that's being communicated. If your feet are tightly pulled in, or maybe they're moving, that is the example of running. You're trying to run away from the situation, backing away from whatever's being discussed, or retreating. If your feet are out and they're frozen and you're not moving them, if you're freezing, that typically means that you're engaged and you're anxious in what's about to happen. You literally might be holding your breath in anticipation. So we're going to demonstrate some of these different foot positions and what they mean and how you can judge them when you are having a conversation, speaking in public, or in a negotiation. One other tip as we go through this, sometimes you might be sitting at a table where you can't see someone's feet. Here's what you do. You take a pin, drop it on the floor next to you, and glance under the table to examine the people's feet and leg positions. This will quickly allow you to evaluate the true emotions of the people that you are negotiating with. So the next, I will show you a few photos of exactly what foot positions and what they mean. If someone's legs are relaxed and they're leaning towards you and maybe their toes are even pointed towards you, then they are positively reacting to what it is you're saying in the conversation and the way it's going. On the contrary, if they're pulling their legs in tightly, maybe they're crossing them really tightly into a ball almost, or maybe they're even pointing their toes towards the exit, then that's a really good sign that they are not reacting in a positive way to what you're saying. Perhaps they're either bored, they are disengaged, or they disagree completely with what you're saying. They may even not want to be in the same room with you at this point. So really watch the foot language that's there. Another sign to look for is foot bouncing. If you see someone who is bouncing kind of on their heels, high energy heel bouncing, typically means that person feels good about the conversation and the position that they are in the conversation. If, on the contrary, you see them literally rocking back on their heels and lifting their toes and perhaps bouncing their toes up and down, that means that they feel very good about their bargaining position and perhaps feel that they have the upper hand in the situation. So these are symbols and things to look for in the feet. One more tip, and that's to be aware of crossed legs. The reason for this is that there was a recent police study done on interrogations, and specifically when they were trying to get an answer out of a suspect. And they noticed specifically that if even one of the interrogators or the person being interrogated legs were crossed, that the answers that were needed were never received. What happens is if a true communication is going to occur, both parties need to have their legs uncrossed. So really be conscious of that. And if somebody's legs are crossed, it may be time for you to break the conversation and choose another time to go back and have a discussion when both parties are receptive. And notice your own body language as well. If your legs are crossed, or you're bouncing on your heels, or you're bouncing on your toes, or you're pulling in, then it may not be the best time for you to be having the conversation you're having until you're more prepared and at ease with where you are. I hope you found these body language tips helpful. We'll be doing a few other series throughout the week, and so just be checking back on our blog at blog.teamtough.com. Take care.